What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. I hope everyone around the world is having a great day. I hope you guys are ready for this market. And boy, oh boy, AMC fans, my God, you guys are insane. Congratulations to people that have been holding that one. You're insane, guys. We'll have to see what happens today. Big pre-market, big amounts of volume, and plenty of other action going on this Friday. Crypto market seems to be the exact opposite of the stock market right now. What is going on? See you very soon, guys. Three, two, one. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I've been officially abused by my local alcohol shop. I've bought the Pabst Blue Ribbon, guys. My God, it's not cheap here either. You said this was a cheap beer. $4. $4 Australian. The guy abused me. He said, "What do you want? Why are you buying this beer?" I said, don't ask me, bro. Don't ask me. It's all good. I said, but by the way, check out that YouTube channel, FX Evolution. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Of course, guys, hit the like button as well while I'm at it. Why not? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's going well. AMC fans will be happy. 29.68. We've been even higher at one point today. Phenomenal stuff. I mean, $30. I thought that was... I told you all bets were off once it gets past 20. And it did it yesterday, and I thought, here comes 25. Then you guys pushed it to 26. Then you went all the way. Why not just stop? Why stop at 25? Why not just go to 30? And of course, where's the call interest this morning? It seems to be right around $40. Right around $40. So we will crack the blue ribbon at 500 likes. So once you guys get me there today, which I'm sure we will get there at some point, it's chilled. I believe I've chilled it correctly. So basically, it should be lightly chilled by the time we get to 500 likes. And I think that's the way you've got to drink this beer. 1844, established in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, is that how I say it? I am not sure. I know that that's like a NBA team. Milwaukee Bucks. PBR is so cheap here in the States. Man, not cheap here today. So, AMC fans, what do you have to expect? It's really problematic exactly what is going to go on next, because can we use technicals in this situation? I mean, no, you know you're in hyperextension. You know the volatility is going to be fierce. You know it's all about psychological levels. If you get past $30 today, the thing about that is every $5 counts. So does it go 30 to 35 to 40? Wow. That will be insane. That will be insane. Let's go to the daily and check it out. This is actually what I think. This is what I think the sneaky gorillas might be doing. I think there's a... J-Rock got a good profit out. He's very happy with himself. But did you ever see when you go back through AMC and there's this peak? And I mean, why wouldn't it be a cool level for it to go to? $35 and around 50 cents. 2017. What is this? 2015. The peaks... The ultimate peaks that AMC fans want to get to. Can you get there? Why the hell not can't you get there? I mean, you're pushing through a huge amount of short squeezes. The volume is there. It's obviously hurting people. They are closing them. They're having to be forced into the options. And everyone's buying $40. $40. The strike's going wild this morning. So we'll come back to this throughout the stream. But I'll tell you what, it's very exciting stuff. Let's have a look at the GME. Let's have a look at the GME. 253. Of course, actual aim 280, then 345, 350. That is realistically what I kind of expect from the technical analysis on GME. Not much more than that. I really feel like that's kind of the level that we should be looking at. Mary Marsh starting things off well here for Friday. She says, look at Amazon. or please look at Amazon. Love your work, Tom. We will, Mary. We will do that in just a few moments. Let's go around the markets, though, because I'm sure crypto fans are very concerned, and rightfully so. Do I dare click it? Oh, my God. It's gotten back down. So I'm kind of getting convinced that we're in full-on accumulation. All right, we know where the big bulls are. The big bulls are at 42,000, and we're in accumulation. Now, you guys talk about Wyckoff, Wickoff, whatever you want to call it, and you go on and on and on about it. So let's just think about it from a situation, okay? And where we are currently. Let's call it that we're in the accumulation phase. Let's say that it did do, which it did do, that on the top. Will it do it on the bottom? So if we're talking about it from a bottom standpoint, where are we right now? Of course, we've seen the selling climax. We've seen the second trough here, the secondary test. Do we get a phase B secondary test with the new low? Now, technically, you've already had this in things like Ethereum. You've already had this in Ethereum. So right now, we're kind of like here. Right now, we're kind of like here. So let's say this will not fix itself for another 2 to 3 weeks. Let's say it's a month. Let's say it's 2 months. It can be around that amount of time. I think that's probably about correct. So if we see a new low, then we come back and then we do this again and we start coming down, we're almost certainly in this type of accumulation. And in fact, it'd be hilarious if it does play out the exact same way. So at this stage, we are around here. Do we make a new low? Community, what do you guys think? Will Bitcoin go and test its massive sell-off climax phase? Will it go back down and actually hit a new low? That's going to push Ethereum probably to like a 1700 or a 1600 level. What do you guys reckon? Then do we go again at that zone? Remember, this is all about, really this theory, it's not so much more of a theory, it's just more of a maximum extraction of human psychology. And from that perspective, I like it a lot. I think that when you talk about, I haven't really gone too much into this, but when you talk about human psychology in the market, I say it's the most important thing. It's why I always go crapping on about finding reasons why you should be in markets. And one of those reasons is, of course, this. Why did I go bullish? Because I saw this chart and I went, damn, it makes a lot of sense. If you've got a lot of calls coming out of the market, the hyper stocks are sitting on accumulation levels. Remember, they might not look like the Wyckoff theory, but they are sitting there like this little bar, little love bar thing with high volume coming through. That's the type of thing that you want to be in. You want to spot it before everyone else says it. Why am I big on biotech? Because no one likes biotech right now. Do I know that I might have to wait 3 to 6 months for it? Sure. Am I prepared to wait? Sure. It's a different trade style. It's more of an investment in a longer term strategy. But when we're talking about trades, if we can spot where the retail traders are and we have big brains and we take advantage of knowing what they're doing and following the big whales and the big nasty Wall Street players, then we have more of a chance. So here's where we are right now. And I think we're about there. Right there. If we get this new low, what did you guys say? Did crypto return to pre-Musk levels? Yes. Musk bought in, what was it, about 36,000? 37,000, something like that. People say 20K. No, 32 max low, says Unto the Lamb. Yes, near 30K. Chronically Sam says 100%. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, I want more no's. I want more no's. That's the main thing here. So I want more no's. I kind of want not everyone agreeing with us, but I know our community is really smart. Welcome, by the way, to 800 people already joining us for the Friday session. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a new low through. I'm going to accumulate. I'm feeling pretty strong about this level. I'm feeling good about the crypto market from a perspective of, I think we're somewhere around the lows. And when you're buying these kind of zones, are you buying investable areas? Well, of course, you saw Kathy Wood come out the other day and she went crazy and she basically slammed Elon to a degree and went nuts about how she still thinks Bitcoin's great and how everything's all great. Now, at the same time, do I think... I didn't watch it, so I assume that's what she said. But yeah, do I assume that we're going to have some tumultuous times? Yes. As soon as we did this V, basically went straight back here and rejected the 42K zone, which we knew, I was hoping this second one would get us through. And if it didn't, basically, at that stage, I start to think we're stuck in this for a little bit of time. We're not just going to go back to the glory days of, Euphoria, Shibu Inu going mental, Safe Moon, whatever the hell name it is, NFTs out of this world. We're going to have to wait until that comes through. It's like every good crash. It's when you least expect it, it comes good. Let's go back to AMC for a second. This thing's sitting at 29.21. Does anyone remember over here when everybody lost the faith? Doesn't seem like it was there for that long, yeah? But it was. And it was this little period where no one thought it would come back, and then suddenly it started coming back. Then everyone lost interest in it again, had some kind of initial bursts, and then it's come back heavily. So, look, this one doesn't interest me as much. You guys know I'm very, very happy you are making profits. But the concept of what's happened here and what happens in every market and what happens in that theory is exactly correct. It's when you least expect it, something will happen. And really, it's basically human psychology. The elevator theory still works in 2021, just like it did back in the 1930s when they used to call it, the shoe shine method or something. It was so stupid. Basically, it is that if everyone's talking about something, it's time to get the hell out. And I had a guy call me today, and I'll tell you this. And he goes, Tom, my son told me, he goes, I'm going to get rich buying Equilibrium. This is what he said. He goes, I'm going to get rich buying Equilibrium. I said, what's Equilibrium? He goes, it's a cryptocurrency, like a crypto. I think it's a new cryptocurrency. I said, are you sure you're talking about Equilibrium? Is that, I searched it just because I was like, what? I said, you mean like Ethereum? Oh, yeah, that one. And I was like, oh my, it's bad, guys. It's bad. Equilibrium. My God. I said, yeah, it has a picture of a diamond kind of thing. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, that one. Oh my God. Can you imagine? And that's where we're at the crypto market right now. Jesus. Wild stuff. Let's go click over on the Amazons. This was a request from Mary Marsh. Then we'll get stuck into the rest of the market conditions. So old Amazon, it's struggling around here. We've got our trend line sitting in place. Got our last couple of lows coming through here. We've got a sandwich of the 20 exponential, the red line, the 50 exponential, the blue line, and the 200 simple moving average, the green line, all sitting there. Do we know 3,300 is key? Yes. Do I think that if 3,300 is closed above, we get some bullish action in the markets? Yes. Has it happened? No. So therefore, I have to stay away from it for now. I actually quite like Amazon's long-term prospects, but you got to think of it as, are you trading it? Are you investing in it? What's your time horizon? Time horizon is something we don't discuss enough on this channel because I kind of switch sometimes between investing, trading, scalping, all of those types of things. Remember, they're all the same principles and you're looking for very similar things, but you've got to have an idea of what is this signal telling us about the next move. So Amazon doesn't look exactly strong or anything here. You go over to a weekly, it kind of looks weak. To be honest, like you look at those rejections, you go, ugh. But if we get above those rejections and we hit above 13,300, wow, we are ready to go. We are ready to go. Lunchable Connoisseur says, hope my girlfriend's parents understand I'm not liquid at this point and I can't bring anything to the barbecue this weekend. Well, don't worry, Lunchable Connoisseur, because I have the solution for you. Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's very cheap if you live in the right country, not Australia. Pabst Blue Ribbon. 1844, man. For it to still be around since 1844, it must be exceptional. Now, I've never drunk this before. I'm sure it's terrible, but I'm getting ready. Tom, you are right, but now the competition is much bigger. Yes. What are you talking about? Crypto? Going to buy more crypto. No AMC or GME, says XLM Vet for Life. That's right. BDM. Just quickly on this Amazon. Yeah, see that? I love 3,300 close above. Oh my God. You know I love taking out the wicks. So once we take out the wicks, what do? We take out the stop losses, which in essence is taking out the shorter, which is kind of similar to the AMC scenario. That's what you're doing. You're taking out the shorter, and then you start to see some heavy moves after that point as they cover it, etc., etc., etc. It's actually the same game, except the AMC one is just in plain sight now. BD Mad Dog G. Australian $4.49 for the love of the game. I assume we are talking about not only the game, but maybe you're in a bit of the short squeeze, BDM Mad Dog. Thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it. 500 likes, guys, and he drinks it for those who've jumped in. Yeah, that's right. Franklin Matthew says, I love the Pabst. That's good, man. Dollar exploding, futures falling. Yeah. So we have some problems here. We have some problems, guys, with the market. Now, we are a little bit long. But this dollar is annoying us. And this is often a precursor of what is happening in the market. So we're going to have to watch the 10-year Treasury yields closely today. You kind of think about it now. We've just seen some recovery there in BTC a few seconds ago, by the way. 36.5 now. That's not bad. But here's the dollar going wild. There it is. It's getting through our 8-hour time frame. We'll go to the 8-hour and we'll show you it. And it did its little consolidation. Now, if you're a day trader, I'll show you what you do here. So you've got a very good trend line. I mean, on the 8-hour, you've got a great trend line. I'll show you what you do in the future, though. So if you're looking at the 2-hour, okay, I'll show you your go signal. It's right there, guys. It's right there. As soon as that closure occurs, bang, you're in. Why? Because what's happened here is effectively you've got rejection, 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 rejection. You've gone to the party. You've been rejected a lot of times, but finally, you don't get rejected. It's time to drink the Pabst Blue Ribbon and to move into the trade. Why? Because basically at this point, you have said we've got closures all the way through this zone. 90, 1, whatever, you've got closures. Finally, you've got a closure. Remember, closure is the key here. You've been successful, and you can actually say at this point, you're going to now take out the stop losses. You're going to get above all these wicks and see the explosion that occurs after it. Now, if you're a day trader, that's the type of thing that you're looking for. You're looking for wicks. You're looking for a story to be told in the markets. Just very similar to that giant distribution story, which is that Wyckoff thing. And it's all happening where it's coiling at a point of indecision. We talked about how important this zone is. Remember, technical analysis, you're finding important zones, understanding those zones, and then knowing that you go both ways. Whether you go up or you go down, you really don't care because you're a trader and you don't care about anything else. You don't care about what they say on the news. You don't care about what somebody else tells you in the elevator. And you certainly don't care about what I say. You follow the price action. That's what you're looking at, guys. And that is the go signal. So that's why you've got this massive explosion. Whenever you do see this type of thing, it'll generally go very, very quickly nowadays. That's just the nature of the algos. Now, is this worrying to us for the markets? It's something we should look at. Big, strong US dollar usually means risk off in the stock markets. Are the stock markets down today? They're hovering. They're just flat as a tack. So we'll keep watching that one. US 10-year Treasury is the one I'm watching more. Why? Because this one directly destroys the Nasdaq. Here we've got coiling effect. Similar, what do you know, to the dollar index. It's starting to coil at a key zone that we have spotted. Now, if it closes above here, what's happening? It's going to put weakness on the market. Effectively, we're seeing 10-year Treasury spike. Everyone goes, oh, inflation, inflation, inflation. We know that the 10-year Treasury eventually will go to 1.95. I'm pretty comfortable with that call. I think it will. And if this goes through, it could put weakness onto the Nasdaq. Now, the story makes even more sense, and we'll get to those great super chats in just a few seconds when we come over here and we look at the Nasdaq. What's going on with the Nasdaq? The thing is coiling. Look at it coil, guys. My God. Do I hate the coil? Absolutely not, because I see it as a possibility both ways as a trader. In fact, I'm excited for the coil because we spotted the key level before it happened. We'd already be out, and now we're sitting there being patient. As a trader, not an investor, you're sitting there being patient, waiting for the coil to break at the key zone. Do we go long? I don't know. Do we go short? I have no idea. However, we will get a clear sign over hopefully the next 24 to 48 hours. And look, the bigger and the crazier this channel gets, the crazier the break will be either way. You know what I mean? It's all a load up. It's all that kind of way. All right, let's get back to it. BDM Mad Dog for the love of the game. That's right, man. Drew Hanash says $5. Enjoy the Pabst. Green sick face. Can you check AHT, a late reopening REIT? AHT. All right. Oh. Let's go to the daily. Okay. So it's been going pretty strong here for a couple of days. Yes. No weekly close. Actually, even where it is now. Oh, but so many wicks, man. So many wicks. You know, some people would argue that this is kind of like the same story that we saw before. Like, this is what I get about this type of thing, yeah? Don't focus on looking for this, but focus on the story that it is telling you. And that story is mostly this bit here. And this is why it caught so many people last year when we were going through that pandemic recession in the markets. Usually you get a point like this SC, which is a selling climax. You see a monster rebound followed by another decline. And I'll show you, it's in this chart. Where is this thing? Where is this? Oh, I've lost it, guys. There it is. So see here, the huge rebound that occurs. It's a big rebound, guys. That's going from really terrible all the way up. Then it comes back down, retest. Then it goes up again. Then it comes back down, retest. Then it goes up again. Then it hits another low. And usually what will happen here is it will consolidate for a little bit and then break through. It's like that spring thing that it talks about. So where are we? We're at the closure point of a week. Is this a strong closure point? Yes. It actually looks pretty good. You've got an increase, a huge amount of increase in volume recently. There's been some nasty players in here for sure. We go down to the daily. You can see the volume increasing as it's going up. Again, a solid sign. If the weekly closes above, I would feel more comfortable that we're in the recovery. We know that the weekly never held on the left-hand side. So all that was kind of like noise. There was always big rejections coming through there. And I kind of feel like the US is doing a great job. You know, in America, you guys are doing a great job. It's like 50%. I'm not like, we're not political. We're not vaccination stuff. We don't talk about it here. But overall, the sentiment is better for people to feel better about where they are and what they're doing. And that's going to be good for these types of stocks. So yeah, I feel like this is not bad. Would I trade it? No. But that doesn't mean you might like this stock. It's doing the right things for the closure out. I wouldn't be surprised, though, for a little bit of a coil here. And then hopefully a continuation. That's a big move that just had. So now I would like it to close, coil for a little bit. Don't be discouraged by the coil. And then, boom, let's go. Back to $6 plus. Thanks for the donation, and I wish you all the best. I will enjoy the Pabst soon. The Upper Deck, super chat at $5. Hey, Tom. Here from Texas. And I always enjoy your content on the way to work. Thoughts on Express. Man, a lot of people listen to me on the way to work. Do you guys have like all automated cars? You're all driving Teslas around. Wait, you can use phones in your car, can't you? In Australia, the fines are bad. The fines are bad. Is this the one you're talking about? Express, the apparel footwear thing, Drew? The Upper Decks. Another recovery play. Had a big move in March. Had a couple of big moves, actually. What the hell was this? Was this the short squeeze? I assume this is a short squeeze stock. It's the only way that it would have had these types of movements. I don't know it myself. Let's go to the daily. I mean, it's doing the right thing, but your reward here is about $6. It's up 7.28%. Obviously, squeezy or something like that's going on. Earnings as well coming through, which I don't particularly like. I would prefer to have no earnings when I'm squeezing a stock if that's what is happening here. However, yeah, basically I would be looking for $6 on the close if you were getting in. It's already broken out. Risk reward at this stage may not be there, especially with the 516 on the open. So yeah, look, price action doesn't look bad, especially with 516. If you close anywhere around 520 plus, you're looking very, very nice for the day. Good luck on Express. Hopefully you do very well. I've got a new member coming in here as well. Let's just quickly go up there. We've got Josephine Van... I'm going to butcher it. I should know because one of my middle names has got Van in it. And then it's Josephine Van Shijik, maybe. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining up, and I appreciate your support of the channel. We've also got BDM Mad Dog coming in with the 99-cent donation with the little sticker. Thank you very much again. And then we've got Stan Lee, $10. Wow. $10. Thank you very much. Memorial Weekend means BBQ and drinking in the USA. Cool. I will be drinking beer and maybe a Pabst Blue after this month of crypto. Oh no, Stan. Thank you very much for the US $10, man. Thank you for the donation. And I'll tell you whether this is going to be bad soon. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as everyone says. I'm telling you, the guy gave me dirty greasy looks because I just took it out of the 6-pack. I wasn't going to buy more than one. Hell no. But he gave me dirty greasy looks. So yesterday we had a really good day trade. We saw that. And when you're thinking about the market, obviously we saw a series of lower peaks coming through. We had the closure above, and that instigated a sequence. Now, if you're a crazy day trader, what are you looking at today? Well, I think you've got some clear levels. This is the fake market futures. So fake market futures aren't always the best things to trade off. But I do think you've kind of put yourself in a point here where you've got your 42.20, which is your resistance. We know this. A close above here, very strong. Bull into the weekend. Everyone's feeling great. Then we have the 42.10, only 10 points away. But this is what day traders have to deal with in these situations. And a close below here could expose, of course, 4,200, 10 points away. Why do we say that? Because you've got your little trend line, you take the distance, there's the distance there. Now, it's boring stuff right now, but that is what someone will come in and they'll be looking at this type of thing. And often they will do this. Target that and then go down. Sometimes they'll take some on the close and they'll target that. I don't think it's an amazing trade. I usually prefer to take trades in the direction of the trend at the time if I'm day trading, but it's just a really great example of the type of way you break down these. So yesterday was more solid than today's, but yeah, that's the levels I'm looking at. I would love to see a closure above 42.20, and that can lead us to new highs on the S&P, because of course I think that we can get to a 4,300 as long as this dollar index starts to cool down. Let's take a look at the broader markets. Welcome to the 1,340 people. Wow, we already got so many here. Keep giving us likes, guys. Oh, Salesforce, good work. 5%, not bad report. 237 on Salesforce. I like the CRM. Now, is it boring? Yes. Is it good? I think it's a very understandable business. And therefore, I think it's got like that kind of nice feeling about it. That nice 10 to 20% per year. Just pretty much consolidated over the years. It's unlikely to get superseded. And it has a strong moat, a strong presence in the industry. So 5% is a really great pickup there. We scroll through more of the recovery plays like Deere. We saw yesterday some of those others were coming through. We got Twilio down there. And on the negative side, we got Snowflake. But by the way, we have to look at Snowflake today. Got through 240. That was a huge recovery on it yesterday. Then we got Boeing, 147 down, 247 overall, and Coinbase, Tesla, etc. We'll bring up US oil. Let's read some of the chat here as well. Hot dog water, says Bradley Back. What's that about, man? Drinking beer and counting AMC tendies, says John Walker. Congratulations, John. That's awesome. Bet on runaway inflation and strengthening dollar at the same time. There is no recovery. I don't know. I always look at Japan. That's really my yardstick. I look at what happened in Japan when they started printing out of control, and it didn't work the way... It didn't cause runaway inflation. Now, you think it would, but a lot of the money from the Fed is actually just sitting on the sidelines, kind of just like floating there for the banks to use and stuff. I think of it more like the money that the government prints more than the Fed. So all of this inflation stuff that is caused due to infrastructure projects and things, that's a problem more than the central bank policy. Just look at Japan. Seriously, do your research on Japan. It's madness. It's madness over there. Crazy. I might be buying more puts on AMC, says Justin V. At some point, you'll be correct, Justin. But how high can it go? Look, I thought that buying puts on GME at $200 was good. And I was trying to buy puts on it, and they wouldn't let me do it. I know, not diamond hands back in the one. And it went to 400 and something. The first time I saw it, I went, oh, lol, this is going to go down. Buy some puts for like 2 months. It's guaranteed. And then they blocked me from doing it from here in Australia. That sucked. Okay, let's get back into it. Give me 1 sec. Okay, US oil. Before we go back to the super chats. Oh, look at it go. It's beautiful. Yesterday's close was a go signal for sure for US oil. Finally, we got above. This is a great chance to also see really beautiful rejection candles down here on the daily. We scroll down into like the 2 hour. You'll see it. Look, it's just like the Nasdaq right now, guys. The monster coil before the key level. We break out, a little bit of a pullback, and then now continue on. Where do I think oil goes? Well, I feel like oil now can go towards $75, $76. Is this big? I think it's big for the stock market as well. I mean, this is a serious break, and it's kind of what's bringing this whole market up. When you think about it, materials have gone back. In fact, let me have a look at lumber here. Let me see how lumber's going today. Lumber's down. What about the others? Anything else? Oh, these rices and orange juices. Ooh, damn. Coffee's good. Nice. I mean, not nice for me. I got to buy coffee, but... My dad will be pleased. My dad will be pleased with his coffee position. Trading these little soft commodities. Something I hate very much. So 67.42 into the 75. I think that kind of opens up. We look at things like ZOM just quickly. This has come down quite considerably. It often doesn't follow oil price fully correctly, but I do think we're at turnaround phase here for ZOM. So previous supports resistances should act as support, and hopefully we see the turnaround story in the energy sector moving forward for a little bit longer. And then, of course, you know what I think. It's kind of going to be shut off, and we're going to move back to the next kind of point, which will be no energy for quite some time. All right, let's catch up here. Stan Lee, again, thank you very much. K Kennedy, $5. Check out the 4-hour chart for plug. We checked that one yesterday. Not sure if I should wait for a bounce off the 50 or go in now. Thank you. Well, firstly, this is a big monumental day for plug. So we've got that down, the speculatives down here. By the way, Fubo yesterday, I guess we said like it did do a big day before, but it was in participation phase. We'll look at Fubo in a second. This is coming in very strong, man. $18 up to the 30, and you can see here 30.89. This is a huge break close for it. You're looking at it from the perspective of, do we get above all of these nasty moving averages? So what you're wondering is, do you go in on the close or do you wait for the pullback? I think you've got to go with what your psychology is. If your psychology is that you can't wait to be in something, possibly sometimes you've got to take a portion of your trade. Now, obviously, you've got to make your own decisions, man. It's not financial advice. But the concept is that you close above here, you have triggered a very big closure above a key point of support, which acts as resistance. It's obviously a monumental point, and we know that plug has a lot in it after this point. Does it go up, close above, then come back down and test from the top down? Generally speaking, yes, it will. But if you're not a patient beaver, maybe you can always think about how do you want to portion into these situations in the future. Have the plan. Maybe the plan is take a portion now, take a portion later, if that's what you want to be in. But this is a great looking closure above here if it does occur, 30.89. It's such a key point for it. And if we think about where this all started, it all started down here. This is the trend line that was closed above. That sent us into the 30. Now we're getting through the 30, and now we look to recover towards the 40, the 45, the 50, and so on. Good stuff there on plug. Let's have a quick look at Fubo. Fubo was a good trade. We saw it yesterday. We have high hopes here for this one as well. If we think about the closure above, how significant it was, pre-market down 0.12% today. But look, there's lots of strong opportunities here. One strong opportunity is a pullback there. Movement forward, 50 and 20 will be coming with it. Then, of course, you've got just the complete bonkers movement up that'll go up to around that $30 zone. There's certainly opportunities in the market right now in these hyper stonks. A lot of them are going wild. Dav G, $10 Australian. Thank you so much, Dav. Hi, Tom. Keen for your views on CCJ. Cheers. CCJ. Let's have a quick look. I assume it's this one. Hopefully it's... I always assume it's American unless you tell me otherwise. So we've done this one before. We obviously had a level we were looking for a break close of. We got that. The participation's coming through here. I believe you've asked me about this one before, Dav. Where is it going next? Let's have a quick look here. So, 2023. That looks pretty bad, that level. Multiple resistances in the history, which will play a part. Where are you now? You're at 2057. Good, strong weekly closure. You know, if it closes like here, I think it's got more in it, man. Somewhere around this 2280, I think it could go to. Because again, what are you doing? Big, strong rejection up shows bullish intentions. Nasty weakness candle. Big closure candle, potentially today. This is a big deal. You know, you get a big closure candle on the weekly. Weekly is where the dreams are really made. And the daily looks great as well. You got a series of higher lows coming in, effectively an ascending triangle. Take the distance. Extrapolate that out. Proofs really nicely. Cool. I like it, dude. Dav G, good luck. Good luck. Not my one, but yeah, makes sense. Savesh Navarentum, SGD 698. Thank you so much, Savesh. Appreciate your support of the channel. No message there, but yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Let me just check my Discord, see if I got a message. Josephine as well said, I appreciate the effort. It's pronounced shike. Shike. By the way, my brother, Mad Dog, and I watch you every day to the moon. Thanks so much, Josephine. Appreciate it. And thank you for letting me know how to pronounce your name correctly. We've got Kara Marga coming on with the donation, but I think there's a few before this. But I'll do this one just because I saw it now. Kara Marga, $4.99. DKNG. Draft Kings. Okay? Draft Kings. Well, we saw the big closure out. I kind of feel it doesn't want to stop. What's it doing? 0.04 up today. This is a company that many people feel very strongly about in the retail crowd. And I don't think they're wrong, but I need you to tell me this because I'm interested myself. In the US currently, with DraftKings offering, are they going to allow live sports betting? And what I mean by that is in the future when you get... How many states are now currently allowed? How many states are currently allowed? I don't know. But are they going to allow live sports betting? Because they did it here in Australia and it was a revelation for people. So they were watching horses run around the tracks and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden you were allowed to bet while it was live. What does that do? It creates tons of money because you have lines going through the whole time. And I always remember this, guys. LeBron James, years ago, Miami Heat versus whoever the hell it was, the Spurs. And I think they shot a 3. Can't remember what his name was. And the odds were 1 cent. 1 cent. And then it switched, and obviously they lost the game with 20 seconds to go. Imagine the live betting action that you can get there. It was phenomenal stuff. Crazy stuff, some people would say. But that's what really generates revenue. And I think the US is a super untapped resource for this. People, I mean, DraftKings itself is so popular. That's what it is, yeah? It's the gambling thing. I hope it is. Ray Allen, that's the one. Ray Allen's the three shooting god. My God, when that happened, the odds went like this and the switch around was harsh. And if you were live betting, you would have been crying. So the closure looks good here. I think we try to fill back up to $55. There's no real sequences here showing that you shouldn't be able to get up there. Where you show me the technical analysis that says that we're here at a resistance zone. I don't feel a resistance zone. I feel like you're in a participation zone. to the 55.72 zone or area. Lots of strength. 13 states according to Vulcan. Ray Allen, he made the shot. Yeah. Oh my God. When that happened, the odds, I'm telling you, it was 1 cent. And then all of a sudden it went to guaranteed, and the bet lines were huge. I could see them come in. Back then you used to be able to look at how many people were betting, and there were all these people betting on the 1 cent, the 3 cent, and they got smoked. Crazy stuff. DK 55.72. Hiro Hasegawa upgraded membership to day trader. Welcome, Hiro. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure, being part of the day trader tier, you link it all together. Appreciate it a lot, Hiro. Link it all up. Discord, YouTube, get it on and link those things together. Now, we need to get caught up here. We are behind. Where am I up to? How many likes are we at? Do we have to crack this nasty Paps Blue? Let's have a look. I'm just checking. 470. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's close. 30 likes away. 473 now. It's here. Look at it. It's actually perfectly chill. This is the perfect time. It's the perfect time to crack this beast. It is the perfect time. I want to do gold. All right, let's just quickly go to gold. We've got a lot of donations, but we've got to cover off our usual markets. All right, quickly check gold. Big rejection here on gold. Look at this. Oh, yeah. That's why close is the key. Damn, look at this thing. It's trying. 1888, I'm telling you, it's the level. It's so important that gold holds up. We'll watch this one throughout the session because that's super key that it holds up there. Look at the 4 hour. It's trying. It really is. Let's have a look at the 1 hours. Not even the 1 hour got through. So that big move in the DXY has been reversed partially, obviously. Look at this also. Oh, we've got even better TA here. Ty, I see you do a donation there. Look at this. Look at the lower highs, the lower peaks coming through here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Closure. Above here. Retest. Yeah. Imagine that. Or of course, underneath here and we go all the way down with gold. I like the analysis on this one. Tyrone will too, I'm pretty sure. Silver also putting massive pressure on the low. You can see how important this support is. These are all linked. We all know this. Nothing new. 576 likes. You guys have got me there. All right, well, let's go to the intro and then we'll crack this Paps Blue. Then we'll continue with the analysis and all these great donations and memberships and everything else. I know I've missed quite a few of you so far, so we'll get back on the train in a few seconds. All right, let's do it. So as we always do, on a Friday, or pretty much any other day for new members out there, we play the intro because we got to get hyped. And I don't think there's a better day today than the AMC around 30 bucks. You guys did it. Congratulations to you all. I need water. All right. Tyra DeBella, Australian $5. We are doing a 3-day conference in Vegas next year. Tom is only finding this out live as you see it. I'm in, Ty. I'm in. I want to go to Vegas. Wait, are we even allowed to fly though, Ty? Yeah, we're going. Tyron and I, we would love to go to Vegas. I know you've been there a few times, but you know what? I haven't. So we got to do it. For anyone that doesn't know, Tyron will be on the stream in the next couple of weeks as well. He's my business partner in trading. We started trading all those years ago together. We've been doing it ever since. And, you know, we work. That's the good thing. You guys have the stream here that we talk about stuff. You have we have a community in Discord, !Discord if you want to join it. And I like to think that we've got the best one around, thanks to everybody else. So let's get this done. Paps Blue Ribbon. Here we go. I'm going to click it because I don't trust it very much. I'm going to crack that open. I'm going to crack that sucker open. There we go. Hear that? Oh, it sounds good. First impressions. Doesn't smell too bad. I'll just crack that open a little bit more just in case. Okay, it smells... This smells all right. It smells all right. It's not even that bad, guys. It's kind of like light. Doesn't taste like anything really. I don't hate it. Kind of reminds me of Korean beer, to be honest. Maybe I'm a, what do you guys call it? Like a hillbilly or something? That's not even that bad. It's not that bad. Come on. It's not that, I don't actually hate it. I thought I'd hate it a lot more. It's all right. It's all right. Damn, I'm going to have some more, actually. Damn, it's not bad. Should have bought all 6. Check out K. Kennedy. We've done your one. It was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. It's bad when it gets warm. I'm telling you, it's the perfect temperature. I chilled it in the fridge. We took it out half an hour later. Redneck. That's the one. Oh, yeah. It was all good. What is going on here? Where are we at? Have we done CCJ? What's CCJ? Did we do this? I don't think we've done. Have we done this one? I think we've done this one. Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, we did this one. Okay, cool. Josephine Van Schaik. I got you right. Super chat $10 Australian. Thank you so much. No message there, but I appreciate it. Ulrich Nielsen. I love your name, man. Wait. Yeah, this is today. Okay, I'm back. The Paps is going straight to my brain. DKK $20. What's your TA on Teva and Penn? Oh, Teva. The old Warren Buffett thing. Old Teva. Where's it trading at nowadays? This is a disaster. I know Buffett didn't buy it, but I still remember this is how much Buffett used to affect the market. News that Buffett bought the company comes out around here. Goes up again, and then bleh. Teva has huge debt issues, if I remember rightly. I have not looked at this stock for ages. But if I remember, it has huge debt issues. Debt. Do CRM, Tom? Yeah, we'll do CRM in a few minutes. Look, the Pabst is not that bad. We're going to have another sip. It just tastes like Asian beer. I've drunk all of them. Like a Height or something. Height's better, but it's not that bad. Okay, here we are. Support. We do have a trend line. Can we move up to the 1333? Sure. Do I like this stock? I guess it's on the right level, which is good. But I believe there's debt issues in the company. So I would probably do a mixture with it. I'm not feeling great about the technicals when you're buying like a support through dips. I'd rather, if I'm going to buy a bad kind of company, I prefer to take the breakout after the accumulation is gone. I would have these levels though. That's a solid level setup. Welcome to the 1608 viewers out there as well. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream today. I certainly am. Let's have a look at Penumbra. This is a medical specialties company. It looks a lot stronger, but weakness coming through recently. So you've got problems. We need a new peak. So you got your trough, you got your peak, you got high trough, get a higher peak, and you can move backwards towards the 300 level, possibly even the 310. You can see how important this zone is. So if you put a horizontal, you'll see it straight away. Support, resistance. There are issues in here. So we'll have to get a new peak, take out that high, and then you can get into the participation phase. Hard to buy it here, but if you see, like, say that gives you excitement and you have that daily close, you start to zoom in here and you like the company, the way I would do it, a little bit higher, and then I would take it, stop loss under the low. It is what it is. It's exactly the type of thing that you should be looking at. So, yeah, thank you very much, Ulrich, as always. BDM Mad Dog Super Chat 99 cents. Thank you very much, BDM Mad Dog. Will M Super Chat $5. Love the show. Can you look at KFFB? Boomer stock, in it for the dividend, hopefully for the long haul. KFFB. Kentucky First Federal Bancorp. I was thinking it was Kentucky Fried, but it sounds like it's a savings bag. Can I ask you why you want to own this for the long haul? I mean, obviously there's divs, But I do have a problem with financials. Is this financial company, let's call it a bank, is it moving forward technologically? Because I do have major concerns for banks, and this goes across most countries really, that this is the decade where finance gets changed. So we see fintech really being a thing. We see banks starting to lose market share through millennials going online. I can tell you the amount of millennials, crypto shows you that this is going to happen. Cheap banks that have beautiful interfaces, which most don't, will be a thing in the future. So I have no idea what this is, but that's the way I look at it. Look, it's around the support zone. You do have some consolidation here on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. If this is the thing, why is it so ugly on the data? Why is it so ugly on the data? It's horrible. The data is nasty. I'm not even sure if that's correct. If it is, just look for a break of $7.25 up to the $8. Thank you, Will, for your donation. That's all we're looking for. Past 8, of course, you're starting a really big recovery, and trend line is going through it. I would put one on your charts. Karamaga, we got up to you. May super chatted SGD $2. Can you take a look at PDD and Doyo? We can go one for you. So we'll do PDD because we do have a lot. Pin duo. So this one had a pretty nice breakout that couldn't hold through. So this was the earnings day. It opened really high. So obviously there was something in the earnings, because why else would it have come down so much after what just happened there? So you had closure, or you didn't have any closure above because it just failed straight away. So something was in the earnings that obviously was uncovered after the event. You need this trend line to be broken properly, and I want that to be done. Let's have a look at the daily. It's right back on support. It's kind of like a falling knife, big volume as well, big issues. I would go across this stock. Now, I don't personally have this stock. It was looking like it was closing out, but we didn't see the closure, and that's why the closure is the key, guys. It's not about what you see during the open. It's about where it closes at the end of the day, because that's where the fight ends. The fight ends at that point. Maybe we'll have to put it to the side. I'll come back to it. PDD. Thank you very much, May. J-Rock has become a member. J-Rock, guys, is obviously one of the biggest diamond hands in AMC. He did incredibly well. And thank you very much for becoming a member. Congratulations, J-Rock, on your AMC trade. You held that baby for 4 months straight. I'm very proud of your dedication. And you know what's most important there, J-Rock? That you had a plan. You had a plan. J-Rock had a plan, guys. He had a plan. He stuck to his guns, and he had the commitment to hold it. And I feel like that is like everything in trading. If you held, let's go, or investing, of course, but if you held Apple, let's say, with unwavering belief since 2004, well, you're very rich. You know, I've had Apple over the years, and I've sold it and bought it and sold and bought it. Probably would have done better on the Apple stock anyway if I had held it and left it in that position, because if I had unwavering belief. But I've got to say, when Steve Jobs died, I felt a little bit worse about it. Tyrone, of course, mentions the fact that we might go and do some Las Vegas stuff. Hopefully we can do that next year. That would be sweet. I would love doing that. Craig L, $14.99. Thank you very much, Craig. Appreciate that massive donation, man. UWMC. Well, this thing's firing. So we got a closure above. Oh, that's a beautiful trade, man. Did you take this? Closure above. See how it's not about the wicks? It's about the body. And there's that big flow through there that's just happened. Nice. So obviously we were looking at this level. We have that consolidation. $10 is where I'd be targeting. $10. There's no point in getting in now, though, as you know, with the pre. $10 is the first resistance. It's just got that little bit over here where it failed before, so I still think that's a problem for it, and I would be very careful around $10. previous massive amounts of support on this, previous resistance will act as resistance again. At least I expect it to probably consolidate around this zone and then move up if it can. So it's an interesting one. Definitely check that out. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate the $15. But I hope you're in it, and it still seems to have some serious legs in it all the way up to this 10er level. I don't think I'd worry about the 200 SMA. It's not a new enough holding company to be worried about that. Lunchable Connoisseur, or Triple T Rocks, as he used to be called, $10. Call me, here we go. Call me Tally, all my dollars in the Sally Trust app. What's that my girlfriend's parents ask? That show them my NBA top shot. I'm burning capital nonstop, but trust me, one day I'll be able to afford a Chick-fil-A. So basically you're saying you're bust because you have all your money in Telcoin. All right, Lunchable, did you pay me in Telcoins, man? I'll take some Telcoins. Give them over. Pass me some Telcoins. I'll take them. Thank you as always, Lunchable. Appreciate the donation. Chronically Sam, Super Chat in New Zealand, $5. We're about to hit 500 likes. Will you do the beer as a shoey for the ape community? What's a shoey? Is that where I drink it out of a shoe? Like in Germany? I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I've done enough of that kind of madness when I was younger. I don't need to do that no more. A whole bunch of subscribers. Thank you very much. Ulrich Nilsson, DKK, $20. Wrong Stock, Tom, Penn ASX. Oh, man. Penn ASX. Peninsula Energy. This is much uglier because it doesn't look like it's got much trade on it. The size of this thing, $165 million. It's come back down to the right level of support. You can see the long leg doji. You can see it didn't quite close underneath. So that's good. This is exactly where it has to bounce right now, man. Look for smaller time frame lightning bolt positions. So I would be going into a 1 hour chart or smaller, looking for this. So probably go like a 15-minute and trying to eke out some form. Now, this is such a small company. It doesn't have great TA on it. That's the problem. That's not in Germany. It's Czech. With the shoe. I don't even know what it is, man. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, this pen stock on support right now. Sorry, Ulrich. There's not much you can do here. Remember, with TA, you need bigger companies. The bigger it gets, the better the TA gets. That's the way it kind of looks at it. Okay, we've caught up. Let's go back to the market here. Thanks, everyone. Let's read over here. Cedar said... What? Diversify that portfolio, buddy. Ramen lifestyle, says Tahil. Hey, I like the fact that you guys are thinking about, hey, you know, if I live off some Scrooge McDuck money, you know what's become popular on YouTube? People like watching videos of people living off $3 a week or something. I kind of like that. Then you can save. Trio, yeah, it was trying to a rap lyric. That's what he always does. He gives us donations and then tries to make me rap to them. It doesn't work out. We'll go over to Tesla now and we'll do our Tesla analysis and then we'll do others. So, yeah, I think it's good. If you can save when you're younger, if we've got people out there that are like in their 18s, 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, whatever, if you save now and you compound it through, you will put yourself in a better position than most of your peers. And that's the big, like, save and obviously invest smartly. You do better than others. Let's have a look here at Tesla. I know that I didn't save enough, I feel, when I was younger. That would have been better if I did. But I've always been a little bit, you know, bit frugal, I guess you would say. Let's talk about this one. So we had the closure above. We had the retest. We're going towards the devil number. Tesla still looks good. I don't think there's too many problems here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere land, so we should hopefully be able to return to the 666. I do think we have problems there, so around the 660, 666, we will see selling pressure come in for the Tesla, and at that point, we'll have to reconfigure it. It's down 0.3% in the market. Everything's down a little bit. You can see here US 500, US 100 down both. And that's because the dollar index and the treasury yield is moving. Remember, guys, anyone that's joining us for the first time today, we have to have laser eyes on this bloody treasury yield. Because if this thing goes through the top, what's going to happen? It could continue to really push harder. And I still think this goes to the 195 eventually. I just kind of hope it's a little bit later on. So watch the consolidation here and be laser focused if you're trading tech on this stupid 10-year yield, because this will affect the markets. It will affect the markets. Diz Diamond Hander, welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining up as well. Appreciate that one. Thoughts on PRVB? PRVB, and then we'll get back to the other ones. That's down a lot, dude. 15.82%. AMC pre-market is insane. We'll just load that up quickly. That other one, my thoughts are something's wrong with it. Must be to do with the some drug or something like that. I'm not sure what that stock is. Again, Diz Diamond Hander, thank you very much. Yeah, 30.40 here in the pre-market. Let me see. I wanted to show you guys this one. I've put it in the Discord community today. Let's refresh it. So when you're talking about pure market and you're talking about how to read or interpret what's going to happen next in the market, if you want to get tellers, this is a really good one. And this is the Captain Solution. Fear and Greed Index Financial Twitter. And what this does is it tracks kind of like all the social discussions about things. And when people are fearful, when people are happy. Now, you'll notice here, see how around April the 2nd, when we started going bullish on the market, because remember, we did go bullish for all of April. See how the fear was really, really high? Guess what happened? The market, look at this. Look at the correlation with the fear being low and the correlation with the market starting to powerhouse. Then we get fear again. Look at the correlation. The market starts to powerhouse here. Go over to the SP 500. You'll see the correlation again. See the bullishness? See the fear? See the bullishness? See, wait, where's this? See that massive greediness? See what happens with the S&P? Goes down. So what that's going to show us, and I'll share this with you now. I'll put it in the Discord community, guys. ! Discord if you want to get it. I'll put it in there right now. Let me bring this on the screen. Here we go. I'll show you. There's people talking in here. Oh, so much talk. There we go. Captain Solution Fear Greed Index. Not bad. Thank you for the community for sharing that one with me. It's a great free resource, and I like it a lot. I'd add it in. I'd give it a little bit of 5%. If you're seeing a resistance or you're seeing a support and you see very fearful Twitters, everyone's like, oh, the end of the world. Maybe it's worthwhile considering, hey, how good is this support? Do we have a strong reason to do it? Remember, this is not biased. Well, it is biased. It's biased towards Twitter. But the true fear is on Twitter, because that's the retail fear. That's where everyone posts about stuff. That's where people don't post. That's where people go into hiding. By the way, follow FX Evolution on Twitter. It does help out. Tom, did you just say Boeing 147 down? No. Oh, 1.47, yes. Yesterday it had a big day though, 3.87%. Pre-market sitting around 246. Support for Boeing right here, around 243. Big gap yesterday. Maybe it's trying to fill it back down. That was a big, big move. I do think though that Boeing is back in recovery. It's a very similar setup that we've used before. Trend line, closure through, strong movement up. Boeing comes down, 200 simple, 20 moving average, hits it up. Back we go, testing 280 soon and hopefully 300 soon. It looks totally fine. Nothing wrong there. All right, let's go back. Ben Whaley, $5. Really appreciate the content, Tom. Can you take a look at EWU, UK market in USD looking long term? Okay. Thank you very much for the $5. This is EWU. So we are about 26 minutes off the market. We have to go back over. For the normal people out there, looks like we're going to have a bit of a flat day. Memorial Day weekend, notoriously slightly positive day on the Friday session into the Memorial Day weekend. AMC, of course, is busting past the $30 mark. Congratulations to people in that so far. It looks strong. $40 calls have been popping off this morning in terms of volume. That's been where the big market action is at. Whether I think it's good or not, who knows? But yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're seeing in the morning. Other than that, pre-market, we'll check it out in just a few seconds. EWU, your request here. Huge recovery off the base. So this is the participation phase that I usually talk about. So you've got trough, peak, higher trough on the weekly here, higher peak, and then some really nice participation. You're at resistance. I do think, considering the movement that's occurred, you may have problems around here. So we have to go down to the 8 hour. See how you've kind of been making a series of 8 hour daily, whatever. See, the 20 moving average has been finding support. I think that's really important that you're continuing this trend and you're trying to put pressure on the upside. Over the longer term here, are you going to have any problems? I think once you get past this level, you've got like a 37 plus in you. So it's not bad, but you are at the critical level and you need to be aware that you might sit here for some time. You might even return back down a little bit. It's maybe not going to be like an exciting period for you like it has been recently, where you've basically just gone up every single week. And I think you need to be aware of that. This is a key zone. If you break through, then you can go to that next level. Other than that, you might consolidate for some time. But thank you for the donation and the viewership, and hopefully you get some good luck there. Daniel Polk, $5. You still like Hex US dollar C? I'm carrying on with the bags. Hex. This is the one that was pretty damn good for you, wasn't it? Man, that's a big recovery. 4 hour. Damn. Good work, dude. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, what can you say? You have hit a resistance. You found resistance once. You found resistance twice, showing the market wants to go up there. It looks like it's going to go again, and usually third or fourth time's the charm. So once you break through, there's some serious movement that you can have here. Where do you go for the next level, though? Is it 0.08? Is it 0.01 or what? 0.1? I don't know that yet. I would probably almost go with, if you take that distance and extrapolate it out, it goes close to the 1. I feel like there's some good money here in Hex, but probably not for me anymore. But I do understand why you're holding the bags on it, and these technicals look very good. Good luck, Daniel. I've also got BDM Mad Dog coming in with another 99 cents and then another 99 cents. Thank you, BDM Mad Dog. Appreciate that one, man. And that's $2 in 2 separate donations. Mitchell Miller also, wow, $20. Thank you, Mitchell Miller. Make sure you give some claps to Mitchell Miller, guys. Appreciate the massive support there. Hey, Tom, what a good sport you are to drink that toxic waste. Not financial advice, but how would you take AMC profits during this ride, especially knowing they are still shorting nearly 62% of the daily volume? Oh, it's a good question. I'd be so... If you've got the diamond hands to be holding here, you've also probably got the problematic hands as well, because some people will have already been scaling out. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't have scaled a third out at $20 myself, or maybe half out. The way I look at it is you never want to look back on something and deeply regret it. Okay, you never want to deeply regret something. And I deeply regret selling my Bitcoins at $15 each. Okay, I made them with my computer and I sold them on MT Gox, which died, and that sucks. But in this situation, you've got to think, well, how good's your best case scenario? Okay, what's your best case scenario? Is your best case scenario $40? Is it $42? Is it $100? Is it the moon and back? What is it? I'm thinking you're getting pretty close to something that makes a lot of sense, and that is all-time highs. $35, 42. You go back over here and you think, okay, we've hit this a few times. We're getting into a market cap size as well, which is becoming problematic. So it's about $12 billion. So if you've got, it's going to be over that today. So if you've got $12 billion, similar to GME, at some point you become really, really, really huge. And when you've got that massive position, you've got to think, well, how much longer can this truly go for? Is it 35? Is it much, much higher? I don't know. I usually would scale out. So the way that I would do things, obviously you got to make your own decision, is I would go in thirds. I call it the rule of thirds. It's not rocket science. And it's good for my psychology and the way that I think about things. I would take a third off at a level. I'd feel great about it. I would then take another third off at another level. I would feel great about it. And then I would usually leave a third on until things got so ridiculous that I was so comfortable that it was overpriced and it was insane that I felt like I could let it go. Now, if it was some appreciating asset like a Bitcoin, maybe you would never sell the final third. You get what I'm saying? If that was an Apple stock and you want to get out of it, this is my life-changing beginning money. This is how much I need to, really fill out a portfolio. And I'm not saying you don't go invest in something else or go put it in something else. I mean, you can remember this money can also be put somewhere else to make more money. I don't know where you want to put it. So the rule of thirds is always a good one. And that's the way I kind of approach things. Troy S says, yeah, Tom, I feel you. I sold my Bitcoin at $18. We're dumb, Troy. We're dumb. That's why I'm going to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh, damn, dude. It's nowhere near as bad as I was thinking, though. Yeah, some people sell it. But I do like the fact that we have a very clear kind of way of approaching things now. So, I do have a person that I mine Bitcoin with, and he was smart. He did the thirds rule. He took a third off at 1,000. He took a third off at just over 10,000, and he left the last third on. And I haven't seen this guy in a very long time. I spoke to him in 17, 18 when the markets were going heavy, and he was already worth a fortune. He had like 2,600 coins originally. So you can imagine how much money he really had at that stage. He was like, I don't want to talk to you no more, bro. I'm so rich. I'm in the Guatemalas. But the fact is he used the rule of thirds. I think it's a really smart technique, and that's the way I would do it. That's the way I would do it. Thank you, Mitchell. Hopefully that helps you out. But look, I understand what you're saying with the 62% daily volume, but just remember what happened on GME. Just remember that everybody will have a price, and whether you want to admit it or not, the apes are greedy, man. Human psychology is nasty. It is greedy. And when the greed hits a level, whether it's 35 or it's 30 today or whatever, people will take profit. And you need someone to get back in and start buying that. And eventually it all degrades because we aren't a unified group that will go on forever. Some people are and they believe, but not everybody. You got to be careful about that. Vulcan Gossman, $5. Hi, Tom. What's your favorite speculative US stock currently and why? Thanks for all you do. Happy weekend to all. Oh, speculative stock right now. 2 weeks ago, I'd say SE. No doubt. It's so overpriced though. I like that stock a lot. They are dominators. In fact, I think they're kind of punishing Amazon in some ways. Now, what do I like? Is it any of these? I did like the Twitters the other day, though it had no reason. Could I say an ETF like ARKG? I'm kind of thinking in general, biotech. Everyone hates it right now. And you look at the stocks. So we go to the CRISPR, and there's CRISP Tech. And when you think about it, like it's not so much that it's going to go right now. I don't think it will. But this health stuff, it's down hard. I mean, what's the CRISPR down off the top? It's still down 46%. It's making the right kind of movements that I like to see. It's found base. I'm not going to get the lowest point. It's consolidating like a little spring coil, little nasty coil above here. And I kind of feel like these stocks have action. However, I preface that, and that's why I go to something like an ARKG, which isn't even a stock. It's obviously a fund. And I say that if you're going to buy these genomics, and the problem with ARKG is it's mostly T-docked, but I also think T-dock's coming out of base. I've talked about this for a few days. This, to me, looks like base has been found, and we're starting to move up to fill the gap to 170. I just feel like this genomic stuff is big play, but it depends when it's going to hit. It depends when it's going to hit. There's a few, though. There's so many. I mean, these hyper stonks are all going strong. I mean, Net was a big favorite of mine. I like that a lot down here. I like Crowd as well. So CrowdStrike was a big one. Now it's a little bit high. A few days ago it changed. Down here I like it more than I do up here. Obvious reasons. Hacking is real though. The hacking is real. So I'd have to go with genomics-based stuff, but probably an entire fund of it because I don't really want to take the risk of any particular one. Check out Snowflake. I want to show you guys this. This was a huge turn. So it went 220 yesterday, and then it ended up cracking past 245. Now, we've been watching this space for quite some time. It's going to open down 239.50, but that was a huge break, and it actually happened on a time frame that's never closed above the daily. So look at that daily break. To me, this is serious. What we've done is we've effectively gone through a 1, 2, 3, 4 hit combo meal deal. We've gotten through, we've closed above, and now we're at a point where if we turn around, we could be going back to like a 270, at least a 270 fill. That's a decent percentage. So Snowflake is another one that's really heated up in the last couple of weeks. We've been discussing it, and even though the earnings came out, check out that price action. I mean, this thing clearly wants to go towards that 270s level. All right, let's check out CRM. I said I'd do it for you guys. This is my thoughts on CRM. A huge downtrend. All right. What's today doing? It's breaking above the downtrend. 237. You can see it here, back into the resistance. So my thoughts are it's going to open strong. I don't know if it'll be able to hold it because of that resistance. So I would like to see it open strong, come down, test the trend line. This is a serious trend line, guys. That's no crap. Look at that trend line. That is not a piece of crap. That's a good one. If you see that in anything, I would always pay attention to it. It's the real deal trend line. Not the kind of speculative, like when we draw like trend line people. I hate these trend lines. I'll show you the trend lines I hate. Look at this. Oh yeah, I've drawn the trend line, guys. Look. And we'll draw some more trend lines. We'll go, oh yeah, I drew that trend line too. It's probably a valid one. But yeah, not the best. And then they'll go like here. I drew the trend. I knew it. I knew these were all going to happen. The problem is, no, you don't. And you're drawing through other prices and stuff. Get rid of that crap. Get out of there. You can't use that. So yeah, 237 is a very strong movement. I'll do maybe a synopsis for this for the private community because I do like CRM after I read the full report and get through it, which I'll do on the weekend. And I would love to see it come back here to around 230, maybe 232. And then we can take it long. Will it be slower than others? Yes, but I think this is a significant breakout. I'm waiting for a daily close above the trend line. We don't want to get stuck in a pin duo like before. We don't want any of that stuff. So Vulcan, thank you very much for the super chat, and also hopefully that helps. What's the fight? Combo meal Chick-fil-A, says Lunchable Connoisseur. Tyrone, are you going to eat Chick-fil-A with me when we go to America? Will you eat Chick-fil-A? Or have you already had it? Razor Wire Laser Beams. I like his name. Super chat $10. Thank you for the very generous donation. Cheers, Tom. Got a specific question about Galaxy BRPHF on the OTC market. It's the Goldman Sachs of crypto. That's a thing. And I'm Harry of this stonk. Harry, if you don't know, is the biggest Tesla fan we have in the room, but unfortunately he has left us. I'm very sad about it. Somebody, I don't know, maybe he just didn't feel like he was hodling Tesla. I believe Harry will come back one day though, guys. Once we get past the devil number 666, he'll be here. So you're the Harry of this stonk. How do you trade a stock moving from the TSX to the Nasdaq? Oh, man. Not something I do very often. BRPHF. Galaxy Digital Holdings. How do you trade this? Well, shouldn't it just... I don't know. I haven't read the numbers, man. What's it telling you? What are they going to do? If they're moving... So the TRX, so it's in the OTC. Shouldn't it actually give you the opportunity to get into it? I don't understand. So you're trading it in this market currently, and you want to get it into the other market. Do you have the opportunity to take it there? I assume you will. But you may not be able. It really depends. I'll have to look at it for you. You know what, Razor? Message me in Discord. I'll check it out, and I'll have a look at the information on this one. I can't give you much right now. I need to actually read the announcements for the stock. In terms of what it's doing right now, though, in the position, when I don't have an answer for you, I will not bother answering unless I can go clear on it. So message me in Discord. You'll see me up the top, FXE Tom. So here's the resistance, support, resistance, resistance. You're clearly at a closure point here. I would just be looking. There's no trend line, by the way. That line should be gone. We'll get rid of that. Yeah. At this point here, I would be looking for a closure above. And at that, I would love for it to go to 24. So it's a strong play once it closes above here to 24. That's what I would do. SPCE, please. SPCE. Virgin Galactic. Oh, it got to 31. Someone gave me crap on the community for this one. Because I said that I would leave it at 26.62. And you know what? I stick to that. I would have left it. And I'd be like, very happy with myself. It's kind of like I would have taken a big portion of my AMC off at 20 as well. Look, that's just me. It's just the way I do things. You have to have your own style, and maybe your style is you just keep going with it. SPCE, you cannot really predict exactly where it's going to go next. I mean, if you were thinking about lines, you would say around the $35. Why? Because it's got above 30, and I don't think this 200 simple is a big deal for it. So it could move towards the $35, previous resistance over here, and a psychological level. Plus, it was also support once as well. So if you want to believe in the levels, this was the first zone that I thought would come off. It did a little bit. Then a few days later, it's higher, and now we're going towards the 35. You don't really want to put too much stock in your technicals for this stuff. It's not really trading. It's obviously gambling and squeezing, which is in itself a thing. But it's not, you don't really want to use technicals as much for it. You just look for key psychological levels and trade human psychology more than the charts. So every 5, every 10, that's what matters in these charts. All right, guys, we're 8 minutes away from the market open here. Things are definitely happening. Let's go do a quick recap. Thank you for all the donations. Very generous today. We'll finish this Pabst Blue Ribbon in a second. It's nowhere near as bad. I mean, I wouldn't buy it again, but it's nowhere near as bad as I thought. Let's check the markets. US 100 is up, floating in our little consolidated range. For day traders, they'll be wanting to watch that incredibly closely. Let's now click on the list. We'll go pre-market. Salesforce 5.43%. Autodesk up 1.16%. Alphabet, the big Googles, up a decent amount. Transdigm Group. Very cool. Snowflake, 1.95%. Coinbase down. SE down. Boeing down. Berkshire Hathaway is down a little bit, but not much. So there's not too much going on there. Let's go to the speculation list. Let's click the pre-market. You'll see AMC and COS both out heavy. Seems like all the AMC crowd really have moved over. I mean, all the GME crowd really have moved over to AMC. So we've got $32 on the AMC today. It looks like it's prepping for that 35. I'd be real careful at 35, those guys. Remember, it stopped at 20 for a reason. 35 is the previous all-time highs. So you'll be really laser-eyed on that one. COS, 26.20. BlackBerry up, 10.45. Every single one of these squeeze stocks is moving through. It's pretty phenomenal. Peloton, 112.79, and Tilray. I wonder if Tilray and Sundial can come through with the goods like last time. Remember, if we're thinking kind of the way it worked last time, it went AMC, GME, COS, all these others. They crashed, and then we saw marijuana stocks. Now, people are saying that today was supposedly Weed Friday or something, and that it was going to be a big deal. It doesn't look like it's happening in the pre-market just yet. We've got a massive amount of Dominican pesos. Is that what they are? I'm not sure. Gerard Buller, DOP, 5,000 DOPs. Hi, Tom. Thank you for the great education. Thank you, man. I love it how you get this big red image as well. I don't even know how much that much is, but thank you very much for the donation, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the donation. Okay, US 100 is here. We saw the pre-market. US 500, we've got that trap within 10 points on the small time frame. Still feeling relatively bullish here early into the day. Gold is recovering somewhat. Looks like the 1 hour closed, and it looks like we also closed, or we're about to close through this series of lower peaks, which I was mentioning before. That's a pretty big deal. US oil looks okay into the day. VIX still looks lower. Dollar index still bulling, but isn't having an effect on everything else. Watch the 10-year Treasury note. That's the most important thing to be watching today. If you're worried about the Nasdaq and where it is, I would be watching that one. And yeah, let's have a look around the charts. All right, Airbnb, big breakout yesterday. Huge deal. Very strong move coming in from Airbnb. Big volume as well. You can see the volume came through. 144.90. It's clearly got some oomph behind it at this stage, and I think it's trying to get back to that 165 zone. So 165, closure outside here, big closure. Take a look at the weekly. You'll see how big a deal it is. It's coming off those bases. It's had some consolidation. We talked about the sneaky volume that started coming in. So what is with this? Big volume, huge dump off followed by massive buying, obviously. Dump off, buying. I mean, look at the candle. The hell? Such a small candle, yet so much purchasing. Then we had purchasing, closure above, and hopefully now we can get a bit of rocket ship back in the Airbnbs. So I think it's looking all right. Similar to the Snowflake. I think Snowflake will be down today, but it's at a closure breakout. What other things have been breaking out? TDOC continues to look like it's breaking out. Big rejection here yesterday. Again, do we have the volume to come along with the thought pattern? We do have increasing volume, which is good, and it is very beaten down. We need to remember that TDOC is not the flavor of the month. In fact, most people hate this stock with a passion now. I don't blame them. 57%. It's when everyone hates something that maybe you should love it. Maybe. 3 minutes till the open. Guys, vote right now. What do you want to see on the open charts? Tell me. We will watch the Nasdaq. You guys vote for the rest. Come through. I know AMC is going to be there, so we're going to watch AMC. Let's chuck that thing up on the 5-minute chart. Sitting at 32.16. What else would you guys like to have for Friday open? Long weekend in the US. Long lockdown weekend here in Melbourne. Tyro DeBella coming in with $2 donation. I'm giving a shout out to Gerard. 87 US dollars. Oh my God. Gerard, my God. Thank you, Mike. We need to give you a massive clap. I thought it was a lot less, dude. I thought it was like maybe $10 or something, but I appreciate that. Guys, give him a clap. He needs a clap right now. I'm going to give you a clap. I'm going to drink some Pabst Blue Ribbon in your honor, man. And we're going to play the intro because, you know what? The squeeze is going on. The intro needs to come out to play. Here we go. Friday market. Let's do it. 113 Australian dollars. I can eat again. I'm buying ramen mee goreng this weekend, guys. We're going to go buy some mee goreng. Invest that into some Airbnb. Greetings from the Dominican Republic. Francisco as well from the DOP. Lots of claps. There's a whale in the chat. That's right. A Dominican whale. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling better already. All right, what do we have in the votes? We've got 1 minute to go here. We've got AMC. I'll just put GME in because I assume someone will want it. GME probably gets the vote. And my God. Thank you very much for giving the claps to Gerard. That was very, very nice. PLTR. You guys in your PLTR. 2304 though. Oh, guys, you broke my little trend line. Congratulations, PLTR fans. All right, here we go. We've got the opening bell. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Market starts strongish on, or strongish 0.12% up on the Nasdaq. AMC 31.73. You guys are unbelievable. 19.83%. That's phenomenal stuff. GameStop lackluster at this stage. Expect AMC a little bit of weakness here early. I think people will sell immediately. Getting those paper hands, they'll be like, press the sell, press the sell. But hopefully it can go to the 35 for you today. Let's have a quick scroll down and go through the hyper stonks. What do we got going on here? CRM opens at a 6.62%. Very nice. That's not a hyper stonk, but it is in there. Square even opens green somehow. TDOC 1.81%. Nice. Really good. Snow down 2.5 as expected. How's the Airbnb going up? 0.49. Apple 0.21, Plug 2.34, 3060 was up 3% before, and Fubo having a breather after 2 almost double-digit days. My God, look at AMC go. Look at it go, guys. Come on, 35. Just get there. Just get there. 35. I want to see it in 3 seconds. 1. 1.5. Yeah. 2. 2.5. 2 3/4. Yes. Come on. 2 3/4. Yeah, baby. 3. We did it. Woo. Well done. Bravo, guys. Well done. You just moved about $3 billion or $4 billion in about 3 seconds. Well done. This deserves a Pabst Blue Ribbon and a subscription if you've got one. Oh, my God. Look at it. Jesus. Oh, it just hit the all-time high. That is insane. I can't believe it. Tyrone, that's like really insane. It's really insane. It's on the moon already. I can't believe 36. Oh, I would definitely be thirding out. Oh my goodness. It really didn't take long. I was joking, but I guess I wasn't. Well, then I saw it go and I thought, you know what's going to happen? It's going to happen. It's going to hit it right then and there. 36.72. Oh, my paper hands would be in overflow mode. I would have just been like, believe me, if I had AMC right now, guys, I'd be like, just got to close the screen for a second. Thanks very much for the subscriptions, everybody. Let's check out this market. Let's have a look. Percentage up. AMC 24%, 33.09. Just hit the 36 though. That was crazy. Cost 18.27. The old favorite comes back through. GameStop boring as hell. Tilray. Okay, it's down. Let's go over to the real market. Let's get out of the speculation for a second. Let's press the percentages. Viva Systems, Salesforce 7.44%. Zoom Zoom. Ugh. I hate that stock. I hated that stock all of the time. $550? No, thank you. Up 2.5% at the moment though. Roku 2%. Look at them all come through. DocuSign. Yes. It's a glorious Memorial Day long weekend coming through, guys. And you definitely have some money now for the barbecues that you have in America. SE only down 0.5%. Geez, that stock's strong. I mean, it just keeps putting on massive days. It's a game changer in the online though. Palantir 23.41. Palantir guys getting a 3% clean. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla boring 0.02. Terrible. Bitcoin 36,774. Okay, it's doing whatever it's doing. Gold 1900 almost. That looks like it's going long. Nice. US oil 67.34. Johnny will be happy, and others. Oh, I'm excited for everybody today. TDOC 2.82%. Come on. ARKG 1. Oh, it's good. It's green. It's green. Ganzo Sharif $5. If Tom, if AMC passes 35-36 zone, could do a fib expansion. Yeah. All right. Let's have a look. The old extension. Dear God. Look. That's so crazy. That's the weekly. The problem is, what extension are you looking for? Are you going to extend the whole thing through? So you're going to go like a backwards extension like this, and then you're going to go, we're going to go all the way up to like a 50, 55 or an $90 or something. Where are we going to extend it from? Because it hasn't really had any pullbacks. Wow. I don't know. I feel pretty strongly about this zone. I could be completely wrong. But people that... It just makes a lot of sense for people to be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. But if there's a huge amount of shorts there and you are literally cleaning them up, you know what? It could go even more insane. And there might be some real big millionaires coming out in the next couple of weeks on Reddit, etc. Because these levels, these are going to create millionaires. That's millionaire levels. Because people went YOLO on calls all the way through this zone. And when you go YOLO on calls and you put a big cool 40K against those calls, although you're insane, and you're definitely a smooth-brained ape crazy person, and please don't do that again because you're insane. There's millionaire makers in here. This is the stuff dreams are made of, for sure. Logic London says, hold. 55 looks good. Yeah, 55. I mean, that would be the pull of the whole thing up to the high. I think that's the only extension you could really do. I still think there will be selling around this level and you'll get consolidation here. But again, this is a squeeze. I don't know where the positions are. None of us really 100% know where they are. It's exciting Friday, though. It's a good time to be alive, guys. Unless you're shorting AMC. Unless you're shorting AMC. Ganzo Sharab, $5. Thank you again for the donation. AMC's ripping. Oh, I see it ripping. I'm happy over here with my little 2% and stuff. Plug 5% now. The market, I'm telling you, hyperstocks came back in. I'm very proud of the community. You guys have done this because when you think about it, we recognized it together. We did this together, guys. And we found that we saw the market was going long. We also at the same time saw that hyperstocks were consolidating and looking at breakouts. And it's a very unique view on the markets. I think it's completely different to what other people do. You basically go in and it should show you patience is key. Because remember, look, is there another AMC opportunity coming in the future? Yeah, it'll be in something else. Remember, it went AMC, GME, Tilray, some other stock, Bitcoin, Ethereum, other coins. There's always another opportunity. So never get the FOMO, but always be looking for that unique take on the market where you see things before other people do. And specifically, volume's going to teach you that way. Accumulation's going to teach you that way. And you know what? This concept, although I wouldn't trade this concept itself because you won't see it enough, this concept is very strong. The psychology traps of humankind. I've trained a lot of people, so has Tyrone. We see the exact same things in most guys. In fact, guys, who do you think makes the best trader? Who do you think makes the best trader in the... Actually, no, wait. Who do you think makes the worst trader? I've asked this question before. Community, tell me right now. People are saying the crypto money's coming back to the stonks. I think people will be putting money in stonks, but I don't think it's that. I think what's happened is maybe this sequence here has actually triggered removals of stops on hyperstocks. I think hyperstocks were already going to go. I don't even think the damage that's being done here is being felt across everybody. It's being felt probably across a few firms. And most companies can easily absorb this. Absorbing a few $1 billion is not hard. Emotional people, boomers, are the worst investors. It's interesting. I've always asked this question. Women are the best. That's right, Massey. It's true. Women tend to follow rules and tend to follow. You'll find it like here. If you want to go with the number one best, it's often men. Which is top tier. Just sometimes they take big risks and they do make big returns. Then 2, it's definitely mostly women. And then 3, it's going to be the rest of us guys, because we tend to take the YOLO. There's a huge amount of YOLO. So you'll often find there's some really rich kind of guys that really know what's up. Then you'll have women predominantly very good. In fact, in Asia, in China, most of the women are the traders. And then you've got the YOLO guys, which is pretty much most guys. Worst traders out there by far, doctors. Doctors are insane. Nothing quite like it. Look, this is a great morning. I know it looks like the Nasdaq's only up 0.2%, but across the board, most of the stocks you guys are in, I mean, I'm just loving TDOX firing here, because I guess I feel vindicated, because that particular stock was pissing me off. You know, I followed it for a while, and I've been looking at that support low, and I was looking at the closure, and I thought, you know what, this thing, it's going to go. It's going right now. And I'm very happy that we got a 3.71% on today. All right, it's done, guys. The blue ribbon is finished. We cracked that thing up. It wasn't that bad. Tasted like an Asian beer. It's all good. Chronically Sam says, females kill it. That's right. XLM Vet for Life says, YOLO swag. Hey, some YOLOers get it done, but then they usually lose it all. All right. Well, anyway, look, I think what we want to take out today's session is it's continuing on the same trail as we've been, which is hyperstonks are really outperforming the rest of the market. Let's click on the percentage change here. You can see it straight away. The hyperstonks are back. Look at the Roku. Look at the stupid zoom. Look at the square, the Z scaler. Actually, another one I want to check out right now is Fastly, because that's been in the dog box. So Fastly. Oh, what is it? Fastly. FSLY. Oh, it's moving too. Okay, so Fastly actually broke out, but it's really slow in its recovery. Maybe it starts to turn around. It's got a big gap, and it's been beaten down. There is a reason. The recovery will not necessarily be that good in this one, because basically it's fundamentally a bit flawed at the moment. But Fastly is a popular retail stock, and once it does come through, of course, the aim is $60. So it's probably more of the YOLO category. That's a YOLO category. All right, guys. Well, look, we'll probably leave it for people with Asperger's are the best, says Gravity Falls. Possibly. I don't know. Guys, you're going to have to decide on next week's beer of choice for the Friday session. Do you guys like doing this? Do you like the beer session stuff, where we test one every week from a different place around the world? So far, we have done Blue Ribbon to start off, probably the worst we could have done. And we'll continue to have good Friday sessions. I think it's a bit of fun. Ganzo, yep, you're $5. Again, DOP, Jihad, Bull Up, my God. Thank you so much for the donation. You're a boss. Absolute beast. I do appreciate it. PLTR, $24. Yeah, that's good. PLTR, $24. All right, so we are seeing some sell-off on AMC here. Whether I'm correct or not by the end of the day, I don't know. But I would have the biggest giant paper hands. I'd be all over that one. I'm all in on the beers. Yeah, it's probably not the most professional thing, but you know, it's Friday. You guys know that I do this at 12 o'clock at night anyway. Mexican beer next week. Okay, you guys can vote on it. Give me some, get in the public Discord community, !Discord. Come join us in there, and then we will, we'll get some beers together, and we'll put it in a thing, and we'll make it a Friday thing. I enjoyed week one. It wasn't too bad. PLTR 24. Congrats, guys. This is awesome. I'm so happy for you all. I truly am. And for the short sellers, I feel bad for you guys right now. 24 is cool. Like, now we can maybe even make... We saw that recovery. Look, again, the power of participation, guys. Look, closure above the trend line. Sorry I didn't come and do this earlier. But look, closure above the trend line. Mad dog day. Crazy good day. Look, and that's what happens because you've recognized what's known as the participation level. Even look up Wolf of Wall Street. He'll say the same crap. He always said, I will take the little 2/3. And he was pretty successful. Obviously, he was conning as well. But he was pretty successful at taking out big portions in the participation phase. And that's what usually the market's looking for. Most traders, they don't try to get the bottom. They don't try to get the top. They take the sweet bit of pie in between. Okay, we'll check you out on Monday, guys. I'll be making a video throughout the weekend, of course, and I'll be in the Discord community as always. Thank you to everybody out there. Have a great weekend, everyone. And as I say, AMC to the moon, GME to the moon, Bitcoin consolidation to the moon, and hopefully all of you guys are on. We're going to have a great weekend with your families in the US and everywhere else, except for us here in Melbourne. Catch everyone. Mark M says, does YouTube demonetize you for drinking? I have no idea, dude. Is that really that bad? Probably. I better check that out, actually. I've never seen anyone do it. There's probably a reason. I will check that one out a little bit later. It's probably a negative. Don't get the Chick-fil-A combo. The FF are limp, says Lancer. All right, man.